Face off one back by Indy. Give it away there in the neutral zone. Smith sends it in. Harp gets a stick on it there. Is able to come out with it. That over to Larson off his skate. Winds up with Indy. Send it back into our end. Smith back to play it. Smith sends it this way towards Peyton. Indy able to turn it back. Puck comes out of the zone. Sent in. Smith's got it now. Peyton comes through the neutral zone. He's going to skate it in. Driving towards the net. Defenseman cleared that out. Trickling past the goalie. Harp comes out of that near corner with it. Feeds it across towards Irons. His shot misses the mark. Mollenkamp sends that back in the Indy zone. Back and forth in the neutral zone here. They finally send it in our end. Irons gets it over this way towards Schuma. Into the neutral zone. Sent back in our end. Wyatt plays that behind the net. Leaves it for Chase. His pass hits a skate. Pops up into the neutral zone. Indy's got it. Back into Chase. Pass gets by everybody. Into the Indy Elite end. Ellenberg with it now over to Brock. Up to Moses. That's in the zone off Moses' stick. He's racing to battle. Peyton comes out of there with it, gets it over to Cade, makes a couple guys miss. His shot goes just wide. Puck's going to come all the way back out to our end, brought back to play it. Peyton with it now. Enters the zone, lost the handle. Indy's coming back our way. Send it deep. Brock is there. Ratcliffe battles in the neutral zone. Puck comes back to our end. Indy with pressure. Back into their own end. Winds up back with Ratcliffe. Over to Cade. That's going to be in the zone off Moses' stick. He's going off for a change. Indy will send it back into our end. Smith sends that over to Ross on the far wall. He's trying to connect with Walker, streaking down the near side. His pass was deflected, though. And Indy's able to keep it in our end. Here comes Ross with it. Gets it to Hank that time. Hank to Castor. Couldn't get a handle on it. Puck is loose behind the net. Hank comes out with it. Up to Smith, over to Gaka, down and past Ross, coming towards Walker. Indy picks it up though, sends it out, coming our way. Mollenkamp back to defend, didn't allow him to get a shot off there, so. Sitting back in our end, Wyatt plays it behind the net, over to Ross. To Larson. Enters the zone, lost the handle. And Indy sends it back into our end. Irons with it now. Over to Harp. Up towards Larson. Got by him. Back into our end. Peyton with it. He's taken to the ice. Puck lines up with Harp on the far boards. He gets it to Mullenkamp. He's going to enter the zone with it. Couldn't get a shot off. Second attempt, he does get on the goalie. He turns it aside. Indy gets it and sends it into our end. Wyatt back to play it. Brought with it now. Over to Harp. That's going to be sent in for icing. Yeah. Indy got a shot off there. Wyatt got a stick on it. To turn it aside. Bat on the near wall. Puck comes out to Cade. Indy's able to force it back into our end there. Played forward to Schuma. He gets it on, gets past Carson. No icing there. Carson with pressure. Cade with it now. Over to Gaka. Turn back at the Indy blue line there. Sent back our way. Saved by Wyatt. Moses comes out of that battle with it, gets it over to Gaka, up to Harp, on to Ratty, gets by a man, lost the handle, poked away by the goalie there. Austin with a shot, turned aside by the goalie. Austin gets that over to Moses. He's coming into the neutral zone. Gives it off to Noah. To Harp. Oh, shot just over the crossbar. Harp to Ratcliffe. Tried to feed that to Moses. It hit a stick or a skate. Went to the corner. Mullenkamp with it now. His shot goes just wide. Irons down to Harp. On to Ratcliffe, tried to get it back to Harp. Pass was intercepted. Noah's able to take it away there. Tried to feed it to Harp again. Couldn't get there. Indy's going to send that back into our end. That's going to check up. Probably should have been icing there. Hank's able to poke that past the defender. Oh, hit the post. Shot hit a cluster of people. Didn't make it to Wyatt. Camp gets it to Walker. Up to Castor. He's coming into the Indy zone. Puck comes back to Broad. Hank with it now. Sends it in the Indy zone. Colton with pressure. Indy now through the neutral zone. Cade now up towards Hart. Pass was intercepted. Winds up back with Cade. Peyton sends that in the zone. Hart will get there. Back to Peyton. Makes a man miss. Cuts to the middle. That shot hit something on the goalie and went to the corner. Smith, his shot is blocked. Peyton with it. Tried to feed that to Hart. Pass was deflected. Comes back to Hart. He's tied up. Smith again. That shot's off of Drayden and drops. I think Hart got a shot off there. It's blocked as well. Austin now. Shot got through, but went wide. That might have been deflected. That'll go for icing. Is waved off. All right, to the power play here. 5 minute. Moses gets that back to Irons. Sent towards the net, deflected in the crease there. Played to the corner. Comes out Gets past Ross. We got a clear there. Comes back to Wyatt. Irons drops that for Peyton. He's coming through the neutral zone. Skates it in. Driving towards the net. Just wide. Puck comes to Irons. Gets it down to Peyton. Cross to Moses. Shot on net, saved by the goalie. Hank gets that over to Smith. Castor back to Smith. His shot is knocked down in front there by the goalie. Comes back to Gaka, over to Smith. Now Castor. Back to Smith. On to Gaka. Walker with it. Gaka over to Smith. Castor feeds it back to Smith. His shot was deflected there. Comes to Hank on the near wall. He gets it up to Austin at the blue line. Back over to Smith. Down to Castor. Over to Smith. His shot is controlled by the goalie. Harp got that up to Irons, over to Brown. Larson bouncing everywhere. Indy gets a clear. Irons back to retrieve it. Irons skates it in. Sends it on around. Lost the handle there. Indy's got it. They're going to get a clear. Gets it up to Harp into the Indy zone. Kept in by Irons. Harp with it now. Cleared out by Indy. Sitting in the zone there. Played around by the goalie. Larson gets it over to Mannion. To Peyton. Brought with it. Over to Brown. Shot saved by the goalie. Ellenberg gets it over to Brock. Ellenberg's shot turned aside by the goalie. Rebound comes to Carson. He gets it up to Brock and back to Carson. Shot on net there, saved by the goalie. Ellenberg gets that to Schuma. Over to Carson. His shot goes just wide. Puck comes back to Brought. Blue line. Gets it over to Ellenberg. And back to Brought. Ellenberg tries to get it to Carson. It does finally get there off of a stick. Schuma with it. Indy's got possession and they'll get it clear. Ellenberg settles the puck. Wow. And to the penalty kill. Molenkamp now. Indy intercepted that clearing attempt. Puck winds up on Castor's stick. He's able to get it clear. Shot turned aside by Wyatt there. Shot was blocked in front off of a skate. Irons.
Shot, boys.
Puck comes back to Irons off that face-off. Sends it all the way down. Indy's goalie leaves that behind the net, and here they come. Molenkamp with it now. He's able to send that all the way back down. Shot got through. Wyatt controls it.
Good, Dawson.
I think one of the dads said it was like 60 miles or something like that, maybe.
The roads are moving. It's just slow.
Just slow.
It's not terrible.
Yeah. Peyton's come through the neutral zone, enters here. He's got Colton with him. And winds up on net and got it covered by the
Oh boy.
We're back and forth there, and Indy's able to get it out to the neutral zone. Winds up back with Harp. Plays it over towards Peyton. He's driving towards the net, made a guy miss, and got a shot off, and it was turned aside by the goalie. Comes to Smith. His shot goes high and wide. Goalie's going to cover that up, and we'll get an offensive zone face-off coming up.
I didn't even know I had 48. Well, Austin said he had like 10, that he would get me over 50, and then he turned and said, oh, you know,
Larson gets that over to Brock. Sent towards the net, was blocked on the way. Shot goes high off the stick. Larson gets it over to Ross. Hank coming with him. Trying to feed it across off the skate though. Ross got it back, gets it over to Hank. Drops it back down for Ross. Larson comes out of there with it. Shot hits Ross. Backhander turned aside by the goalie. Hank with it. Sends it down to Larson in the far corner. Centering for Ross. Got by him. Winds up with Cade now. He gets a shot off. Blocker to side by the goalie. Brought with it now. Down to Ross. Over here to Cade. Shot towards the net. Goes just high. Back to Brock. Sent towards the net, hit a cluster of people. And now we're going to get an icing on Indy. Indy comes out of that face-off with it, able to get it out of the zone. Mullenkamp back to retrieve it, gets it up to Mannion, played forward to Shima. Enters the Indy zone, comes back out to the neutral zone, forced back in. We may never get out of that corner. Puck comes out to Mannion, gets it up to Irons. Back towards Mannion, got by him. Indy will ice that. No icing is the call. Sent back in the Indian. Ratcliffe streaking through the neutral zone. Oh, that's in the back of the net. Caster from Ratcliffe. Back to Smith off the face-off, over to Gaka and up to Peyton. He sends it in the zone. Indy sends it right back out. Comes to Smith. Sent back in. Puck trickles deep there. Ratcliffe with pressure. Shot was blocked. Peyton sends it out to the neutral zone. Indy collects. And we're offsides. Cade sends that up to Moses. He enters the zone, drops it for Hank. Sent towards the net. I think it hit Moses on the way. Moses collected it, turned, shot. Goalie was able to turn that aside. Puck comes back into Moses. We're offsides. Puck comes back to Ellenberg. Tried to get over to Brock. Brock lost his footing. Indy comes our way. Harp with it now. Up to Hank. Looking for help. Sent towards the net. Turned aside by the goalie. Harp with it. Drops it in the corner. Iron shot on net there. Turned aside by the goalie.
Hit him.
Comes to Harp. He's coming through the neutral zone. He's going to skate it in, drop it for Moses. Ooh, Moses through the defender's legs. Yep, trickled wide. That's up into the netting. Ross and Larson battle on the far boards. I was distracted by this referee in front of me. Looks like he's got skates with training wheels. Like, I don't know what his deal is. Larson here with it. Gets it up to Irons. Over to Mullenkamp. Shot, blocker saved by the goalie. Backhander gloved by the goalie. That shot was from Larson. Mullenkamp gets that over to Peyton. He leaves that in the corner for Larson. Larson sends it back towards the blue line. Got by Irons there. We're offsides. Ross gets that over to Irons. He sends it in. Mullenkamp with it now. Feeds it over to Peyton. It's coming through. Enters the zone. Driving towards the net. Circles around. Leaves that for Smith. Down to Ross. Over to Mullenkamp. Towards the net. Blocked there. In the slot. Comes back to Mullenkamp. He's over to Ross. Now to Smith. Down to Peyton. He gets tied up. Puck comes out to Peyton in the neutral zone. Gets by him. We got mischief. the zone off of Carson's stick there. Mannion with pressure. Carson gets it there in the corner. He's tied up though. Comes out to Mannion. Back to Gaka and over to Smith. Shot. Glove saved by the goal. Indy comes out of there with it.
He's going.
Smith plays that to Shuma in the neutral zone. He tries to get it over to Carson. They could not connect. Sent back in our end. Smith back to play it. Carson now chips that in the zone. Indy's able to send that back towards Gaka. Sent in the Indy zone on net. They've got it now. Ratcliffe makes a man miss. Second one took the puck away. Got a shot. Ratcliffe's able to send that in the zone. Indy's got it. Hart gets that up to Ratcliffe. Tried to connect with Castor there. Caught him off guard. Puck comes back to Broad. Over to Ratcliffe. That's in the back of the net. Brody sends that back to Cade behind our net. He gets it on up towards Moses. It's off his stick. Going to enter the Indy zone, but they've got possession coming back our way. That's intercepted by Peyton. No, gets by a man, and he's going to bury that. That was from Moses there. from Brody. Going to be sending Wyatt behind the net, gives it off to Chase there, over to Peyton. He gets it up towards Hank. Cleared out there by Indy. That's going to check up, no icing. Peyton leaves that for Mullenkamp, sends it back towards Peyton. He finally collects it, gets Hank now with possession, driving towards the net. Dangles through his legs. Drops it for Peyton on the half wall. Back to Hank and back to Peyton. Over to Mullenkamp. His shot hit something soft, the goalie somewhere. Mullenkamp sends that back in. Indy now in our end, knocked off the puck there by Smith. Up to Castor, on towards Ross. He's coming in, makes a man miss, sends it deep. I'll go for icing. Comes to Ross. Oh, his shot goes high and wide. Stretch pass got by, gets all the way down to Wyatt. He's just going to cover that up. And why would you do that? Shot off the faceoff, got on Wyatt there. He's able to make a save. Here comes Castor with it through the neutral zone. His centering pass is deflected, played wide by the Elite. Puck comes out of the zone. Stretch pass there, Ross. Tied up here on the near boards. Indy coming back our way. Shima with a big hit there. Here comes Carson with it. Got numbers. Carson's shot goes wide. Comes all the way back out to Irons back in our end. That means that I was slipping on the clock there. Let's see y'all for the third here after the Zam break. Played back to Ellenberg, over to Brock. Into the offensive zone off of Harp's stick. Forced out by the Elite. Winds up with Peyton now. He's tripped. And we don't get that call. Brock sends it down to Harp. Kept in at the line there by Brock, and that's, oh, look at that one. Brock slashed there, so. And we get the whistle there. Puck comes back to Irons. Sends it down low. Larson comes out of there with it. Over to Moses. He drops it back to Irons. Shot knocked down in front, and that's in the back of the net. Larson there to clean it up. Puck comes to Molenkamp. He chips that off the glass into the Indy zone. Comes back to Molenkamp. He sends it in. We got to check up. Indy coming our way now. Indy was able to get a shot off there. Turned aside by Wyatt. Shot from the blue line off Wyatt's pad, played to the corner. Now we're coming their way. Carson sends that in. He's going to go off for a change. Mannion with pressure. He takes the puck away. He feeds it back to Smith. His shot goes wide. Ratcliffe on the near wall is able to pick it up. Off to Schumann, then back to Ratcliffe. Now Smith with it. Back to Ratty. He got tied up there. Puck winds up. He flirted with it. Couldn't get a handle on it. Indy coming our way. Sent in deep. Wyatt's there to play it. Gives it over to Gaka. Up to Peyton, to Castor. Now Peyton with it. Enters the zone. Feeds it to Castor, and Ratcliffe takes a spill. Shot upon entry there, turned aside by Wyatt. Castor gets that up to Ratcliffe. He feeds it over to Peyton, coming through the neutral zone. Noah's going to join him. Peyton cuts to the middle. Backhander goes high off the glass. Ratcliffe centering pass there, momentarily controlled by Indy. Now they've got it back, and actually that entry is blocked by Brody coming back their way. Castor with it now. Tried to center that for Peyton. It hit a skate though. Goes wide. Puck is loose behind the net. Indy's able to collect it. But they'll give it off to Cade. Now we'll go back and forth. Ross is able to chip that out. Puck comes out of the zone. That's offsides. Oh, clearing attempt there blocked. Shot blocked by Ross there. Puck comes out of the zone. Moses with a block there on that pass or shot attempt. Forces it all the way back into the Indy zone. We'll send that back into our end. Irons with it now. Up towards Hank. On forward. Moses winds up with it in the zone. Gaka now with the takeaway. And we're offsides, I guess. Puck cleared there. I believe that was Hank. Puck trickles out of the zone. Indy back to regroup. Gaka sends that out of the zone off of a elite stick all the way back to their behind the net. Hank is going to come out of there with it, feeds it over to Hart, gets it to Larson. His shot turned aside by the goalie. And they will send that all the way down on Wyatt. He gets it off to Cade there, up to Larson, enters the zone, drops it for Peyton. Couldn't connect. Winds up with Ellenberg.
He just got flooded.
Finally sending the end zone. Shot goes wide. Kept in the zone there by Indy. Larson plays that forward to Harp. He gets it over to Peyton. Coming in, we got numbers here. Over to Harp. Saved by the goalie. Dropped in the crease, but Indy's there to clear it.
Holy Jesus Christ.
That's in the back of the net. Mannion from Harp from Collins. Mullenkamp comes out of there with it, sends it in. Puck winds up with Carson there. He sends it